Welcome, and today we are going to focus on country borage. We call it, you can also call it the Spanish thyme or the Mexican thyme. It has different names. And in Africa, we normally call it our African sage. So this plant has very many health benefits to us. By the way, it's normally grown as a flower in most occasions. The good thing about this plant is that you can grow it as an indoor flower or as an outdoor flower. But apart from it being just a flower or just a plant, let's focus on its medicinal advantages or the health benefits to human beings. One, the juice from these leaves is normally applied externally to cure body swelling or edema. So if one around you suffering from that, you just take this juice, you extract the juice either by blending or pounding, and then you apply it topically on the affected area. Again, we also use that juice to cure indigestion and discomfort or abdominal pains. So what you do, you are going to squeeze out the juice and you just take a teaspoonful of that juice, you drink it to cure you from indigestion, discomfort, or abdominal pain. The juice is normally bitter, so for those who fear bitter herbs, I'll advise you that you boil it. At least when you boil, that bitterness is going to reduce, but when you take it fresh, it is very bitter. And the good thing about it is that it works instantly. Apart from that, again, the juice from the leaves is used to treating kidney related problems. So if anyone around you is having any issue with their kidneys, you just prepare the tea or you give them fresh juice, let them drink that juice. It's going to cure them from any form of kidney related issues. We normally apply the juice from the leaves externally to relieve from sprains. If you cannot, the good herb for curing sprains is normally Lantana camara, but if you don't have Lantana camara around you, the leaves of this African borage or country borage or African sage is good for curing sprains. Just apply that juice topically. The oil from the leaves is used for skin health and hair growth. So if you're suffering from rough skin or cracked skin, you just take the oil. We normally extract the oil of this plant using the double boiling method. What you are going to do, you'll take the leaves from this flower and then you crush them and then you dry. After drying them, you are going to add their olive oil and then you heat using the double boiling method to extract your oil. That oil now is what you are going to apply on your skin to give you a smooth and glowing skin, to heal you from cracked skin and dry skin. You're also going to apply this oil on your hair, on your scalp, to cure you from dandruff and promote hair growth. When you apply it on your scalp, after applying, you massage gently for around like 15 minutes. Apart from that, again, we normally apply the fresh poultice or the fresh paste from these leaves to cure wounds and cuts. It is also good for treating malaria and expelling unwanted gases from the body. When one is suffering from malaria and you cannot find the bitter leaf, we normally recommend that you use this African borage, African sage or country borage to cure malaria. You just take the leaves. You can take the juice, fresh juice, or you can just make tea to drink the tea. And we normally mix it with this flower here. This one here is also a flower. We normally mix it with this flower here to cure any form of airborne related diseases in children and in adults. What you do, just take some 4 to 5 leaves of this flower and then you are going to cook it with your country borage and you give the child to drink. It's going to cure all form of airborne related diseases, dysentery, diarrhea, and stomach problems. And if you are suffering from food poison, let's say you have ate something that you feel has caused stomach upset, you just take the leaves from this plant and then we are going to mix with this flower. After mixing the two, we are going to cook and you drink that tea. Is going to relieve you from food poison. It is also used for purifying blood and promoting good urine flow. So if you feel that your blood is not clean, you just take these leaves. You cook your tea, is going to purify that and promote your urine flow. It's also good for treating inflammation of the lungs. And again, it boosts breast milk in nursing mothers. So the tea is also recommended for nursing mothers, but you have to take it after 3 months of giving birth when you are going to start taking the tea from these leaves. It's also used for treating bronchitis and colds. What we do when we want to treat bronchitis, we normally take the oil from these leaves and then we apply it externally on the chest, or you can just prepare your tea and drink it. It's also used in dressing wounds because it is good for softening the wounds. And apart from that, again, you can take the fresh juice from these leaves and you apply it on your scalp. If you cannot get the oil, you just apply it on your scalp. It's going to relieve you, it's going to cure you from dandruff, and also it will promote your hair growth. And again, if you see that you're having skin conditions like ringworms or any form of skin disease, you just also go ahead and apply the fresh juice from these leaves. It's also going to relieve you from that condition and to cure you from that condition. And the good thing about this plant that it can even grow from stem cuttings. This one was planted from stem cutting. You just cut the stem and you plant it. It is so easy to grow. Once you're watering it, it will grow so fast. So it is a good plant to have around your compound or in your house as a pot plant.